Hey everybody, Pastor Mark Lantz here. It's Motivational Monday, and I want to ask you a question today. So how do you know that you're spiritually mature? Well, let me give you a clue. A true benchmark of spiritual maturity is how you treat somebody who has really messed things up. Galatians chapter 6, verse 1, Paul said, "Brethren, if a man's overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted." You know, we do a great job in the church at wearing masks. We hide behind the mask of perfection, acting as if we all live at this apex of spirituality. We come into church and we greet each other with spiritual platitudes that sound great on the surface, but all the while, deep down, many are drowning in the whirlpool of mistakes and miscues. We don't want to talk about it though, because that would destroy this spiritual nirvana that we have created and insist that we've got to maintain. But come on, let's just get real. People mess things up. People fall. They mess things up. They do stupid stuff. And when I say people, I mean all of us. So the question is, how do you respond when somebody messes up? Do you suddenly cross them off the list of those you communicate with simply because you don't want to get caught up in their mess? Or do you suddenly ignore them because you don't want others to think you associate with a messed up person? Or do you somehow think that they're going to be such a negative influence on you, so you stay off their radar in order to avoid any kind of defilement? You know, people who have messed up don't need your silence. They need your voice. They need to hear you say that they still matter. They need to see your hand of compassion reaching down to them in the midst of their mess. They need to know that you're not concerned about what others may think of you by trying to be close to them or reaching out to them, because at the end of the day, we could be in that exact same position one day. So why don't you reach out to somebody who's really messed things up, and treat them the way you would want someone to reach out to you if you were in that position. You see, the spiritual ones, they're not the ones talking in high spiritual platitudes. They're the ones that are in the muck and the mire of the messes of people that create. They're pulling people out of the fire because they know they could have been there as well, but for the grace of God. Be the spiritual one today. Help somebody out of the mess that they've made. And I believe as you do, God's going to bless you and give you the greatest life that you could ever imagine.